Welcome to Review Mean, the channel where we go an extra mile to simplify your movie decisions. Today we'll be analyzing reviewers' takes on The Night of the Seven Kingdoms. Instead of throne scheming and emotional trauma every 5 minutes, A Night of the Seven Kingdoms shows up as this scrappy little road trip story about a giant sad knight and his bald child sidekick just trying to survive a tournament. Smaller scale, lighter tone, fewer dragons, and more dirt. And that tonal whiplash is exactly what each critic had to process in their own unique way. So let's find out what they had to say. As usual, we'll check out what reviewers had to say, give our score, and end with some reviewers' comments. The drinker expected another grim, joyless fantasy slog, and instead got smacked in the face with something shockingly wholesome.
No way! Yes way!
He couldn't believe it. Wait, the hero is actually heroic, he's nice, he helps people, and we're supposed to like him? He loves that the show ditches bloated budgets and spectacle, and just focuses on tight writing, simple stakes, and a genuinely decent protagonist. No nihilism, no smug subversion, no random misery for clout. Just Dunk wandering around being a big-hearted tank in armor, but well on his way to becoming a legendary figure in the Game of Thrones lore.
4 pages for Sir Duncan. He must have been quite a man.
So they say.
For Drinker, it feels like Hollywood accidentally rediscovered optimism, and he's practically celebrating that the show remembers fun exists. His praise isn't subtle either, calling it probably the best show on TV right now, which in the Drinker's language is fireworks and a parade. Adam shares his thoughts on the series with a few spoilers. He says the first half is kinda slow and wonders why there seems to be Marvel-type jokes in Westeros.
When you try to put a little Monty Python in your Game of Thrones, sometimes it just does not jive well.
Then the back half hits, and he's suddenly inhaling the underdog energy like popcorn. He loves the darker turn, the brutal trial by 7 chaos, and especially Dunk just getting absolutely wrecked every 5 seconds and still standing back up like a medieval Rocky Balboa. But a particular moment pissed him off, a big heroic knight rising to volunteer, only to rip a fart and kill the epic vibe instantly. Adam's soul visibly leaves his body.
Yes, I'm in, and then he farts. And then he farts. And the joke did not hit at all.
Still, by the end, he's more satisfied than not, and calls the whole series lovely. Jeremy comes in low energy, because he's got a cold.
Don't take my low energy as lack of enthusiasm, because this show is pretty sweet.
He's shocked that the show is actually fun. He laughs at the protagonist's name, which I thought was a pretty funny name too.
Dunk. Yeah, did you think of it?
Dunk.
Because I thought of it.
He loves the buddy dynamic, the smaller scale, and the fact that you can actually follow the plot without needing a family tree and 3 aspirin. It's less grim-dark political chess and more fantasy road trip with heart. He expected cringe humor, but instead got laughs, tension, and characters he actually cares about. The humor didn't clash as much as he thought it would, and it was a real relief to see people have fun in Westeros. Sean spends half his review sounding personally confused that the word charming exists anywhere near Westeros. He goes from skeptical energy to fully invested. He loves that Dunk is just a genuinely good dude in a world that normally eats good dudes for breakfast. His big standout is Lionel Baratheon, who he describes as effortlessly charismatic chaos uncle, stealing every scene. Sean also low-key roasts Disney Plus by saying HBO actually knows how to use 6 episodes properly.
Same thing Marvel's been doing the last 5 years. Suddenly they're showing Marvel how to do it right.
By the end, he's very satisfied with this small story that has a big heart and is surprisingly wholesome. Austin says the show is resonating on a different level with audiences, and I guess that's a good thing. He calls episodes 4 and 5 some of the best TV he's seen in years. He loves the simplicity, just Dunk and Egg wandering around, and keeps gushing about their dynamic duo energy like they're medieval Batman and Robin. He also can't stop laughing at how the first episode opens with a guy just pooping, which perfectly sums up the show's weird, epic, but also kinda dumb tone. For him, it's tragedy, heart, friendship, and surprisingly emotional flashbacks all rolled into one compact, punchy package.
Now let's round up the numbers and convert to percentage.
The Review Mean score for Night of the Seven Kingdoms is 84% compared to 94% on the tomatometer. Have you seen it? If you have, what rating would you give it? Put all the reviews together, and the message is surprisingly consistent. This show wins by keeping things small, sincere, and actually enjoyable. Some critics laugh at the simplicity, some admire the craftsmanship, and others seem genuinely relieved it's not another bleak prestige depression fest. Across the board, they highlight the likable characters, tighter storytelling, and that rare fantasy novelty. A hero you can actually root for. Judging by how happy everyone sounds, that lighter, old-school charm might be the secret weapon that makes it work.
There you have it, folks. But what about you? Did our score match your vibe? Let me know in the comments. And hey, if this helped you make a more informed decision, or gave you one less thing to Google today, give a big thank you to the amazing reviewers we featured. The links to their reviews are in the description below. Support their work, and of course smash that subscribe button for Review Mean. Like, comment, share, and I'll catch you in the next video.